we have got our co-host back, Jack E Hyde. Welcome back, man.
Yo!
Whoa.
Very aggressive, yo.
Whoa, that is so enthusiastic, man. Man, that week off has really done you well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So how you been feeling? Have you been feeling better since last week?
Not really, but yeah, I'm getting there.
Alright, cool. I think we'll touch on that.
I don't think it's me that's the problem. I think it's other people, but yeah.
We'll touch on that later on in the podcast. So yeah, guys, today, as I've got a professional wrestler here, and last week I couldn't really talk about WrestleMania to the Daily Llama who stood in for you, who didn't really watch WrestleMania, let alone really care. But in any case, let's talk about WrestleMania. So, Jack, shall we just quickly go through the card, or do you want to just talk about the main matches? Because there's, what do you want to do?
I don't really mind.
I'll tell you what, we'll go through the match, including the pre-show match. But if it's
I can't even remember the matches now.
I have it on my screen. I have it on my screen. So,
yeah.
So if we talk about it and maybe give it a rating out of 5, and or if you feel that a match is beyond 5 stars, you can break the system like Dave Meltzer. But if that's the case, yeah, we'll just run through the matches. If the matches aren't amazing, then we don't talk about it that much. So the first match on day 1, the pre-show match was Cesaro beating Drew Gulak, and I believe it was an airplane spin that Cesaro won by. Your thoughts? Did you watch that match?
No, I didn't see the pre-show.
Ah, fair enough. Well, screw that then. Let's get to the first match then. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeated the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, in 15 minutes for the tag championship. Your thoughts, Jack?
Yeah.
You're not feeling it?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's not a Jack E Hyde tag match.
No.
No. Have you ever, because obviously Nikki Cross is from these ends, have you ever met Nikki Cross?
I don't actually know. Potentially. I've met a few people, and then, like, I've been with other people years ago, and they're like, oh, can you remember him? And I'm like, what? I didn't know I met him. But,
yeah, Nikki Cross, yeah. What was, let me just double check what her ring name used to be in this back when she was independent. Her actual name is Nicola Glencross. And her wrestler names were Nicola Glencross, Nicola Storm, Nikki Cross, Nikki Glencross, and Nikki Storm. I don't know if that rings a bell.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure.
Right, Nikki Cross, if you're listening to this podcast, then let us know if you ever heard of Jack E Hyde. Now, the next match is obviously the greatest match in history. Elias defeating King Corbin in what I like to say is, I think that match was trash, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
The most thing that's the biggest trash, now, me and you, we both grew up watching Kurt Angle, right? And if you remembered WrestleMania 35, didn't Corbin beat Angle in his last ever match?
Yeah.
And then he got chumped out to Elias.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, like,
I don't really know what they're doing with Elias now, because I don't even know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. Well, he's obviously a good guy, isn't he, if he's just Corbin.
Yeah, I think...
constantly changing.
I think, to be honest, they have to do a lot of work with both of these guys, because they seem to be mid-carders, but yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, the Alexa Bliss Nikki Cross match, I'm gonna rate that 2 stars. What do you think?
Yeah. I'll give it 3 just because I'm generous.
And Elias King Corbin?
2.
I'm gonna rate it 1.5. Now, the 8-minute 30 match, Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Now, I'm surprised it's only 8.5 minutes. What did you think of this match?
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was like 8 minutes. I don't know. You don't really need, if the story's good, you don't really need that much time. But
the problem is the story hasn't really been that good, to be honest.
Yeah. I didn't get the whole... I thought it was cool when she bit her on the neck on Raw, like, weeks and weeks ago, but they ain't really done anything mad since then, really.
They haven't really capitalised on it, have they? So I'm gonna rate this 2.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna rate the same, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Now, the next match. Now, this match, right, I am really disappointed this didn't go on longer. So, 9 minutes and 20 seconds, right? Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan, and he beat Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental title, so he retained. Your thoughts on the match?
I like everything with Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, but the thing is, I felt that they really dialed it down a bit. Do you know what I mean? And I really felt like kind of out of it when. By the way, guys, I am by any means. I'm not really a WWE fan these days, but if you sign up to the network using a different email, I got it for free. So screw it. Unlike WWE, say, hey, you could buy pay-per-view for $30 a night, or you could be smart and get it for free. But anyway,
you can watch it for free on Dailymotion.
We at the DrayZera UNCENSORED Podcast, we may or may not, well, we do not advocate the use of sneaky ways, do we, Jack? Cough, cough.
Yeah.
It's alright, man. It's alright. It's all good. He's only having a suggestion that he heard from the group.
The rings on there as well. They've got loads of good wrestling stuff on.
Dailymotion, if you're listening to us, you can sponsor us.
Shout Dailymotion.
So Sami Zayn, yeah. So I really got taken aback by the ending when Sami Zayn, I say he just did some sort of weird kick and then that's it. I'm like, Sam, Daniel Bryan beat Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton in one flipping night.
Yeah.
6 years ago. What happened? What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose you've got to get new people over now.
Yeah,
like all the other people are going, they've now got to get all the people they've got over. So.
The thing is though, Sami Zayn's been around for ages.
Slowly.
But the thing, I think the most annoying thing is, even though it probably doesn't fit Sami Zayn's character at the moment, let these guys wrestle.
Yeah, he was a sick wrestler. His son and everything as well.
Yeah, when Sami Zayn was El Generico, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was well good.
Even them first matches in NXT when Kevin Owens kicked the fuck out of him.
Yeah, man, absolutely. With that buckle bomb to that apron.
Yeah.
Tell me, man, question. Have you ever, just a random question, have you ever taken that bump to the apron? And if so, does it hurt like a bitch?
I've taken what's it called? Uranagi on the apron.
Alright. And how did that feel?
You was at that show. Yeah.
Oh, does it hurt like hell?
Yeah, that hurt.
Oh, mad. Yeah, I'm going to rate this 2 stars again. 2! This is Mediocre Mania. Now, the next match, it was interesting. Because The Miz was sick, they had to do a singles contest with Morrison, Jimmy Uso, and Kofi Kingston, a triple threat ladder match for the tag championships. It lasted 18 minutes, so your thoughts, man, what do you think?
That's probably the best match, I'd say, on night one.
I would say so. I think from an in-ring standpoint, I think they did pretty well. They have 3 very athletic guys. I think they all complemented very well. I think the ending... Yeah, the ending was actually quite funny, and I think they protected everybody in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt, you know what, this is going to be a great high-rated match. 3 stars!
Yeah, I'll give it 3.5.
Oh, yeah. Cool, man. Now, this match, in my opinion, I honestly felt a bit deflated by it. Kevin Owens defeating Seth Rollins in 17 minutes, 20 seconds. Your thoughts, man. What do you think of this match? I just felt they just haven't clicked, you know what I mean? Or is Seth Rollins, do you think that they're de-pushing him? Do you know when, like, he was well hot? Like, back in 2013, 2014, 15, that kind of time. I think
it's a new character. Like, he's doing that new character, but
he's
not really putting, I don't know.
He's not really, he's acting
It doesn't seem like it's 100%, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not like...
He went 100% with it. Like, CM Punk, when he done his cult thing, and he was shaking everyone's heads and all that. Yeah, during the Straight Edge Society, yes, SDS, and I feel that, legit, man, I honestly feel that, like, if he, even, like, I don't know if you watch AEW, but Brody Lee, man, like, he's 100% in this gimmick. Sometimes. Yeah, but legit, like, oh, man, I think that it was good that Kevin Owens won the match, but, man, I mean, I don't know if they're going to trust Seth Rollins as being the guy in the future, do you know what I mean? It's just interesting. I'm going to rate this match 2.5 stars. Like, apart from the Shield people, who would you say has been majorly pushed since John Cena, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar?
Good question. If we're talking consistently, I can't think of anybody, man. If we're talking like staggered, I would say probably AJ Styles, probably Braun Strowman, probably at a push with Bray Wyatt. We'll get onto Bray Wyatt a lot later. But it's like, it's not, man, it's just really frustrating, really. Now the next match, the match that lasted 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And I think that's as long as Goldberg's limit right at the moment. Braun Strowman defeating Goldberg in a match which really shows how old Goldberg is.
Yeah.
What do you think about this match, man? I just think that...
I didn't like it.
Bro, it's absolute cack, man. It's a joke.
I didn't like that he beat Wyatt, really, to be honest. Like, I don't know.
Did you hear about the story behind it?
What?
Did you hear the story behind it? So, according to the reports, right, during the amazing, totally non-corrupt Saudi Arabia event, Super Showdown, apparently Bray Wyatt was meant to beat Goldberg, but apparently Goldberg said no.
What?
This
I don't think you should be able to do that. As a wrestler, you shouldn't be able to... That's down to the person in charge.
No matter who's in charge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, legit, like, this is like...
Well, fair enough if you got, like, creative ideas and shit, but you shouldn't be, like, controlling the show, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna bring up I'm just bringing up a stat that I will show you a bit, that I'll tell you a bit later, but... Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. Here's the exact words were. So, this is from dirt sheets, but it feels plausible. So, apparently, Goldberg says, for his image of being a superhero, he feels that it will weaken his character. If he
superhero?
Yeah, well, that's how he envisioned himself. But I'm only quoting what I've been told, man, but legit.
He don't wear a superhero costume, he wears pants.
Exactly, but the thing is that Goldberg, if we're talking about proper good matches, right, like, legit, like, we're talking about back when we were kids, do you know what I mean? Or when...
I'd say the Elimination Chamber, the one when Triple H whacked him in the face with a hammer.
Oh yeah, that was good, and one of his match against The Rock, that was a good match, when his debut match and but yeah, like, just absolute mad. Like, yeah, I'm just bringing up the stats here. Like, there are some, just some mad stats. But yeah, what was the next match? And yeah, so the last match of the night, which I think has surprised a lot of people. Undertaker versus AJ Styles in the Boneyard match. Now, as you're a gentleman that is really into the dark kind of stuff, the graveyard kind of horror, kind of macabre kind of stuff. What's your take on it? What do you think of the match, the camera work, the art? What do you think about it, man?
I like the Undertaker's one. I thought that was sick, and I loved that he came back with a motorbike. I thought that was good.
Do you feel that it was the right decision to do, especially since that he's really limited now?
Yeah. I think it's good because it's kind of, I don't know, you can only be the fucking mystical monster, can't you, for so long, and then you get, it's kind of like, you get older, don't you, and then you get more vulnerable, and that's like, that's how life goes, really. I don't know, I've kind of like, you know, in Logan when he's all old and he like can't quite do all the shit he used to do, and then he's like vulnerable and shit. That kind of remind me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely mad. I mean, I
reckon they can get so many of them out though. Say if they just kept it as a WrestleMania idea, and then every WrestleMania someone done Boneyard thing, you could probably get more out of doing that with Undertaker than you could.
See, the problem is though, here's my argument, if you keep repeating it, like even if it's once a year, I think that it may lose its kind of luster. Like, I personally think they should never do it again, but I like it, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying here? Does that make sense to you? Or they could do it in a kind of different way. But yeah. Oh yeah, Braun Strowman, Goldberg, -5 stars. Yeah. But the interesting thing is, with The Undertaker, AJ Styles, because it wasn't a proper match, it is so edited.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that worked still because it was still, I don't know, like, obviously weren't believable with all the fire and all that shit, but...
the random druids?
That was, yeah. Where was Kane?
Where's Kane?
They just popped out of the fire and be like, no, I'm here. And
he's self-isolating, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know what, would you give this a rating, or would you just say it was a great cinematic experience?
Yeah, I'd put it as a cinematic thing, really.
Yeah.
That's more, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah,
that's good for what it was and shit. Like, it was filmed really well, but, yeah, it was just weird. What do you think of AJ's fake hand sticking out at the end? That was
actually...
That made me die.
What, die is, and you lost hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I felt to myself, that is so cliche.
Yeah, they could have just not done that, but... yeah.
Like, I mean, I could see they just did it for the memes, man. And
then they do the fights in Mortal Kombat, and they have like the little cool entrance, and then they have the cool intro. He should have just like pulled the sheet off the tombstone and then got on his bike and just went. But yeah, that would have been cooler.
Yeah, that would have been cooler. Yeah. Did you think it was kind of cheesy that he just lifted up his fist and went like exploding fire?
Yeah. Even if he had like a piece of fucking rope tied to the blanket, what was over the tombstone, and that was on the back of his bike, and then he got on his bike and just drove off, and it pulled the blanket, and it's like AJ, and it just fucking ended there. That would have been sick. But yeah.
Oh man, it's just interesting. I mean, but I'm gonna say this legit right now. Undertaker should have retired after losing to Roman Reigns. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, come on, man. Like, Undertaker, you're probably not gonna listen to the DrayZera Uncensored podcast. But Michelle McCool, Undertaker, anyone that's related to Mr. Mean Mark Calloway, please, bro, just retire. Like, hell, like, here's the thing. Like, I'm going to make a comparison. Undertaker debuted in WWE, and he did wrestle back in the 80s with WCW, but he debuted in 1990 for WWE. In the same year, I believe Chris Jericho debuted in New Japan or some random promotion or Stampede Wrestling or whatever back in 1990 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? And look at Chris Jericho versus Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
Chris Jericho...
Different styles, though, isn't it?
Sorry?
Different styles, isn't it?
Very
like,
different styles, but one is actually... I'm pretty sure Undertaker is like 56 now. Hold on. I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, he must be about that.
He must be. Like, the Undertaker is 55. Yeah, he took 55. Oh, my days. And Jericho's 49. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Jericho's going to wrestle at 55. Nah, no way. But
he's got other things going for him and shit as well, though, hasn't he? Like, he's got bands and he wrote books and all that, whereas Undertaker's always been a wrestler. So, Undertaker's massive as well compared to Jericho. Like, Jericho must be, what, 5'10"-ish, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and
5'10". And
he's barely over the quote unquote cruiserweight weight. But yeah, he is. Yeah, I agree. Undertaker being much taller, it does. I mean, would you agree that much taller people, as they get older, do they have more complications if they train at a high level? I don't know. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you see it with loads of people, like Kane now. When you see Kane when he walk and shit with his legs and that, like you just see, and all the big people. I don't know. It's just a different kind of. They got to be more careful than other people.
Which is why Undertaker, please retire. Retire now. Right, day 2. Let's skip over. I don't know.
It's like an addiction thing. Do you think you just get? Because I don't know. I've never really thought about when you would give up wrestling. Like, it's always just been in my life. So
I mean, you've always been you're still in your 20s. That's the thing. Like, you're not even hit the. I mean, where would you say the wrestler prime is? Like, would you say 35 or?
Yeah, I'd say about 30 to 35.
And yeah, you haven't hit your peak yet, which is mad. But yeah, like, that's the thing. Would you? I think. See, here's the thing. Like, from your personal experience, do you feel like other wrestlers you've talked to? Do you feel that if wrestling has been your thing for so long, is it very hard to like move away from there?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's like, say, I don't know. Say if I don't know how to really even explain it. It's kind of just like part of your life, really. That's like your family and shit as well, though. People from wrestling, that's like I'd say I feel closer with Geekdom Wrestling and more comfortable with being me and shit than I do with some of my closer friends. Like, everyone in wrestling's kind of, I don't want to call everyone like outcasts and misfits, but everyone's kind of like the outcasts and misfits that have all come together to...
So it's more like the Adams family, where quote-unquote everyone else is what you say a misfit, but the misfits, they're all kind of leveled out because you're all kind of the same, because you all have that mutual love of wrestling. Now, I feel that, because, like, for me, I've loved wrestling...
like language as well. Like, I've been doing training shows and that before, where you've had, like, Italian wrestlers, and you can't even understand what each other's saying, and you can have matches just because you know what wrestling moves are called. And that's fucking crazy, I think. It's like, that is like a language.
It is interesting, man. It is interesting. And yeah, like, I'll give you a random kind of, like, random mini exclusive. I feel that once this whole, like, mad ting isolation ends or eases off heavily, I have considered to go to a place not far called, I think, King's Lynn. Don't they do wrestling training, or have they stopped?
I don't have a clue. I don't really know King's Lynn. But
no, I'm honestly thinking about not like, because obviously I feel like I need to get into a better shape, but I'm honestly considering to proper do wrestling. I think we chatted about this before. Like,
you come to that training, didn't you, with Brett Dunn?
I did do that training, yes. If you guys go on DrayZera on Instagram, right near the bottom somewhere there is a training video of me training.
Oh, that was years ago, wasn't it?
That was 2016. I believe it was either 2016 or 2017. That was the same night that I actually did the announcing, didn't I?
Yeah.
When the announcer had to pull out or something, and what was it? Mr. Bookerman Alec was like, right, can you announce? I'm like, what? What?
That's the way wrestling works. Like, I've done it before when you get to a show and you're not on the show, and it's like, oh, you're wrestling him, and it's like, oh shit.
Get your gear.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, we'll talk about, I'll tell you what, in a future podcast, we'll talk about, like, wrestling training and that kind of stuff, and because we have day 2 of WrestleMania. Yes. Did you watch you didn't watch the pre-show between Liv Morgan and Natalya, did you?
No.
Nah, but I have to say, Liv Morgan, my goodness, like...
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. I don't know, like, not to be objective or anything, but if you had to date somebody, who would you date? Liv Morgan or Alexa Bliss?
Oh, don't put me in that situation. I don't know.
See, my answer would be Alexa Bliss, and the reason I feel here's a very...
I was going to say Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, here's my philosophical answer, right? So Alexa Bliss used to do bodybuilding and that kind of stuff, and I feel that she used to go through hella hardship, so I think that she'd be more... Not Liv Morgan, I'm not disrespecting you whatsoever, but I feel that Alexa Bliss has more of a fascination about her, if that makes sense.
She's more human.
Yeah, I feel like that, yeah. So, the first match, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, where Charlotte Flair, in 20 minutes, 30 seconds, defeated Rhea. I'm like, when I saw that, I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't really get the whole, like, obviously she's Ric Flair's daughter, but I don't know. I don't understand if she's supposed to be a good guy or bad guy either.
It's so stupid. Like, here's the thing. I fully can get behind this match if Charlotte Flair never won the NXT title. But back when she was in developmental in NXT, she already won the title. The only reason, and this is me being cynical, the only reason why Charlotte Flair is in NXT is only because to try and beat AEW in the ratings in the Wednesday Night War. That's the only reason. Right? I feel that the match was very good. I think the match was
very loud. Just so much fucking...
Did that put you off a bit?
What?
Did that put you off a bit?
That was annoying, but that was like more like, why are you all being so loud? I don't know.
I think it's because it was kind of like, because it is an empty arena, so I think that's probably it. But do you think that Charlotte Flair winning, is that bad or is that good? Like, I think, part of me also feels that Charlotte Flair's only won this match only because that she can have fresh matches against Io Shirai, Xia Li, Mia Yim.
That's what they're going for, really. Like, if they could be doing it as like a comeback story for Rhea Ripley, and then she's going to beat her.
She has to beat her.
The show start again, yeah.
If Rhea Ripley doesn't beat Charlotte, then oh my god.
She should get rematched, shouldn't she? Yeah.
She should, but I don't know how WWE does their rematches anymore. Like, I have no idea. Like the question is, which will go on much later on this. Why in the world did Bray Wyatt not have his rematch against Goldberg? But we all know the reason why. But anyway, how would you rate this match? I'd rate this 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
I felt that I would rate it 4, or maybe 4 and a bit, if A, Rhea Ripley won, and B, if they stopped screaming so much.
Yeah.
How would you rate it?
I'll probably say about the same.
Yeah.
3.5. Yeah.
Alright. Probably the most pointless match in history. Aleister Black defeating Bobby Lashley in 7 minutes. Have you ever met Tommy End? Because I know the one used to be known as Tommy End. He used to wrestle a lot in the UK.
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, like with Aleister, like, why was this match made? Like,
he's another one. I don't understand what he's supposed to be. Like, I don't know if he's supposed to be a kickboxer or a vampire. That's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. And remember when, like, in NXT, he was so killer. But when he came to the main roster, he teamed up with Ricochet for a month. And then he just stayed in some sort of dark room going, who's going to knock on my door?
Why would you put him in a team with Ricochet when they're both completely different types? Like, you'd look at Aleister Black and you'd be like, oh, he's like a loner, vampire, badass kind of character.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you're seeing him in all these tag matches with Ricochet, and and he's just beating up jobbers every week. And that's like, why didn't you?
Yeah, you're right.
It's a good thing, 'cause they're probably building him up by doing that, but then at the same time, it's like, you got so many wrestlers, like, they're ready. Why don't you just have them on the shows?
See, this is the problem. Like, do you feel that this is a big problem where WWE, which I feel that they're paying the price by having such an inflated roster, because you can't just push everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, go on.
Like, when I first started wrestling, that was like, if you got signed by WWE, you're like, I've been signed by WWE, it's like that. And now it just seems like anyone can, really.
Especially with the NXT UK, like, definitely with NXT UK, me and you have definitely have know people in NXT UK.
Yeah.
Like, even personally, yeah. 100%. Like, who was that, Connors, what's his last name? Jason Connors or something Connors?
Joseph Connors.
Joseph Connors, yeah, man. Man.
On that show.
Yeah, man. He's a cool guy, man. He's a cool guy. Like, I've chatted to him a few times. He's a cool guy. It's just mad, like.
Yeah. He was really nice backstage. He's proper humble. Like, for someone who's like got all the opportunities and that he's like really humble and that still. So that's probably like the best way to be.
Yeah, man, that's definitely shout out to Joseph Connors, man. Like, shout out for the cool selfie you did with me as well, man. You're a cool guy.
I can remember talking to him after the match because I didn't know he's got a bit of his ear missing.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a bit of his ear missing, and when I got him in a headlock, when he's like selling on the corner, when the referee turned around, I remember looking at his ear and I was like, whoa, what the fuck happened to his ear? And then I asked him backstage, I was like, oh, I didn't know it was your ear and that until I got you in a headlock, and he was laughing about it, but yeah.
Wow, let me have a look. I'm just now zooming in, like. Yo, did not know that.
Yeah.
Holy lasagna. Like,
random wrestling facts.
Random wrestling facts, right. Oh my god, that's mad. Right, next match. Sorry, I need to stop looking at topless pictures of Joseph Connors.
No homo.
No homo. The match! Oh yeah, 1.5 stars for Aleister Black. Otis defeating this match. Even
I like that. That was probably the best match.
This match felt like a WrestleMania match because I had actually got a good build. Otis defeating Dolph Ziggler, and in 8 minutes, but it was good. It lasted the right amount of time. And random fact, for Dolph Ziggler, I found this out the other day. This is Dolph Ziggler's first ever singles match at WrestleMania.
What?
Legit. He's always had tag matches or Money in the Bank. Legit.
I watched one of his stand-up things the other day when he did all the stand-up roast and comedy stuff now, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he went against some bird, and he absolutely ruined her. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, the bird one." But yeah, he's good at comedy.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, he's good. He's good. But yeah, legit. Like, wow. Wow. I can't believe it. Like, Dolph Ziggler's been wrestling in WWE. I swear, he was in the Spirit Squad way back in 2006, 5 when we were kids.
Yeah, I was a child then.
Exactly.
Mad.
And that was his first ever singles match. And in WrestleMania history, in an empty arena, he must be getting on a bit now. Like, he's 39.
Yeah. Do you think that annoy him that he's kind of just always that guy to... Do you think he like being the guy to bet everyone over, or do you think that all my life?
See, I honestly think that. I think deep down, do you think that everyone wants to reach the top in wrestling? Like, I don't know, like, what do you think? Like, I honestly think that he thrives being the top guy, and I think I honestly think that he would actually be amazing as a top guy, but I just, for whatever reason, whether it was either his concussions back in the days when he was very hot, or, like, I don't know, like, why they keep calling him...
He cashed in on Alberto, that was sick.
Yeah, that was 2011. That was when he was with Big E and AJ Lee.
That's when he was really over.
Yeah,
and he just kind of died away since then, but...
Yeah, and he was the sole survivor of Survivor Series 20...
Yeah, that was a sick match as well.
Yeah, when...
Sting was that as well, no?
Yeah, man. I was like, oh my god, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, but yeah, legit, like, honestly...
Ziggler's the kind of guy who... I'd push Ziggler, like... If I was in charge, I'd have him as one of the main people. Exactly, man, exactly. Like, I feel like the best way of thinking about Ziggler is he's always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. That's and you know what? 8 minutes. 8-minute match for the storyline. I would give it 3 stars. What about you? Yeah, I'd give it about that. Now, 4. I'd give it 4. I'm gonna give that 4 because that was the only one that felt like a genuine happy WrestleMania moment. Oh, so what did you think of the kiss with Mandy Rose in the end? Yeah, that needed to happen, didn't it, really? You think it's awkward if you're like mates? Do you reckon they're like actually got something going on, or do you think they're like mates and it's like, oh, we have to kiss each other? This is awkward. Do you know what, man? I think... I don't know. I don't know, like, Mandy, if you're listening... Mandy, if you're listening in, are you actually proper going out? I don't know, like, that's pretty interesting. I guess watch this space. Now, for the next match. The match that everyone has shat on due to how long it was. 36 minutes. 35 seconds. Oh, wow. Edge versus Randy Orton, where Edge won via the concerto in the match that felt like paint drying. Yeah. What did you think of the match, Jack? I liked the RKO at the beginning, when he was dressed up as cameraman. But that was like, probably... I liked the elbow drop he done off the little, what was it called? He pulled himself up on that roof thing, didn't he? Yeah. On that little elbow drop. That was pretty sick. But everything else, I don't think they should have done it, really, because, I don't know, Edge was probably the biggest draw going into WrestleMania. 100%. And then that's just kind of like his, I don't know. When you think, say if you're Edge, would you have wanted your like comeback match in like 10 years to be in an empty arena? Exactly. I meant, well, technically, when he returned in Royal Rumble, I think Edge returning to Royal Rumble, I think that was the main reason why I watched WrestleMania in the end, because me and you, like, I'm pretty sure you loved Edge when we were much younger. Edge was one of my favourites. I'd say it was in my top 5. Yeah, Edge is like... Yeah, and when he came back, I felt proper emotional. I was watching it live in, I don't know, I was watching it with Dan and Clark. Was it Dan? No, not Clark. I was watching it with Dan, Rob, and one of our mates called Butters. I was watching it with them at Butters' place. And when I saw Edge, I was, whoa, what the hell? I was making a mask, and I remember just hearing like, you think you know, and I was like, what? Turned around, I was like, threw all my shit off. I was like, oh, God, Edge!
Oh my God! And Edge looks, he is in impeccable shape.
Yeah.
He looks so good for his, like, incredible, man. Like,
he was never really in good shape, was he, back in the day? He always had that kind of, he weren't, like, fat or nothing, but he weren't,
like, proper lean.
Mm.
He was good. He was all right. His shape was good, but he looked great.
Yeah.
So, 36 minutes. I think that if they would have done this match,
well, too long.
They should have. Did you know it was the second longest WrestleMania match?
What annoys me as well is, say if he like beat the shit out of your wife, and then you're like gonna hit him in the head with a chair as like the end. You wouldn't have like stared at the chair for ages and all that, would you? You'd have just like whacked him in the head like fucking Negan on The Walking Dead. You'd have just like constantly been like, ah.
I think they should have made this match like 15 minutes tops, and we have to talk about this. Did you watch the Dark Side of the Ring documentary with Chris Benoit?
Yeah.
Now, linked to this match, there was an actual scene during the match where the hanging like on the gym equipment. I think that was terrible. I think that's really whoever booked that has to be WWE HQ. That was, I don't like swearing compared to you, but that was proper shitty, man.
Yeah.
Like, when you saw that, what did you think?
That's a bit bad taste, really. Especially when that was pretty much the same time that come out with a documentary.
I mean, so bad. Like, surely, like, it's one of those things where every wrestler and their bridesmaid, or every wrestler and their dog, right? And every wrestler and their groom, husband, wife, daughter, son, whatever. Like, especially of our generation, every wrestler has seen that documentary, I'm pretty sure. That means the WWE higher-ups have seen it. Why the hell would you do that? Like, that is something that is really, in my opinion, upsetting, man. And I think, even if the match... Sorry, go on.
They're probably close to him as well. Like, I reckon Edge and... Yeah, Orton won the title off him, didn't he, at SummerSlam?
I think Edge would have known. I think here's the thing. I think Edge would have known. Yeah, I think both of them would have known Benoit quite a bit, like enough. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, so bad taste.
But then, would you want to know the details of your close friend dying?
No, but it's common knowledge. Yeah. Like, it was 12 years ago. Like 12? It's 13 years ago, man. Not 13. 7. No. What year is it now? So it was 2017. So 2000, yeah, 13 years ago, yeah. So, you know, that's like, do you know what I mean? So, I'm going to rate this match 1 star.
Yeah.
So, too long.
I'm going to give it 1.5, and the half is just for the RKO.
Next match. Street Profits. Oh, yeah. Comment below if you feel that it is in such bad taste what WWE booked there. Street Profits beating the greatest tag team in history, Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Oh man. You know, Austin Theory, who would have thought, at the start of the week, I bet he didn't think that he'd be in WrestleMania. Yeah. He's like, oh, WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Which one did the flip out the ring and just hit the floor like a sack of shit?
That was on the Raw before, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
I saw you put that meme up. You were like, lol, yo, have you ever done that spot before? Or not in that kind of danger? I know you have done dives before, but that looks so dangerous.
The last time I did a proper dive was one when I broke my ankle, but I haven't really done it since then.
But like the way that that thud, oh my god. Yeah. So bad. So I'm gonna rate this match 1 star with what did you think of Bianca Belair coming up from the NXT?
Yeah, it's alright. You got bills on it, I suppose now.
Yeah. I mean, on the Raw after Zelina Vega and Bianca Belair, they're having a feud now. And you know what's funny, right? This is completely funny. I know I'm going off a tangent bit. So the Raw after WrestleMania, I watched like a mini highlight. So Zelina Vega was already in wrestling gear, but they never announced they never announced the whole Bianca Belair thing. So Bianca Belair interrupted the match because Zelina Vega was getting involved, and then they made it into a singles match, pretending as if like it was never going to happen. So why the hell was Zelina in ring gear? Like, come on. So dumb. Yeah. So you're going to rate it 1 star too?
Yeah.
So this match, I have a lot to say about this match. Bayley defeating Lacey Evans, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina for the Women's SmackDown Championship. Now, what did you think of this match, man? Why the hell is Tamina there?
I don't know.
I think it's because they needed bodies.
Really? Yeah.
I think
she's got like the most boring gear as well. Like, why didn't she do the thing her dad done or something, and wear all the caveman stuff or something like that?
Yeah, you want to know something random? Here's a random. I don't want to call racism, but the first 3 people that were eliminated was Tamina, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. Now they're all black or non-white. I'm not saying anything else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this match sounded so clunky, and you know what, right? I think Bayley's character is absolutely trash. I'm sorry, but
I don't like her new. I don't get it.
I don't vibe it. What are you meant to be? Are you meant to be emo? What are you meant to be?
Like weird Egyptian-y shit, isn't she, as well? So it's like...
Yeah, she's trying to be Katy Perry for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even get it. Like, she felt so much more comfortable being the hugger kind of person, but I don't think she's a good heel.
No, I don't know.
Right.
I liked it when she first turned on Sasha, but then I hadn't really liked it since then. That was years ago as well, because they just stopped that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Right. What would you rate this match? I'd rate it 2.
Yeah.
I mean, and also I still think Lacey Evans has improved, but I think she's so green.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Everybody in the DOA wrestling roster, every female, they can wrestle a mile. Like, any of them should have had Lacey Evans' spot. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but
yeah,
I feel it's the kind of, if the shoe fits, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's just image. I don't know that she could
wrestle. Have you seen Madison Miles wrestle yet?
Yes, I have. Yeah, she's good. Like, I've seen Madison Miles wrestle a few times, and she is so good. Like, literally, she would fit so well in any...
She turned bad on one of the last DOA shows. And, yeah, she, like, the way it was in the match, though, that was, like, started off as a good guy thing, and then she...
I remember, what was it? It was I was there. That was in, I can't remember where it was. But I remembered it was where... It was a Battle Royal, wasn't it? I think so. And then there was some big lady, I forgot her name, but you probably know, like, spiky hair. I think she interfered in the match. And then it was, I think... No, that was Addie Starr. I'm getting confused now. Sorry, but yeah, Madison Miles. Yeah, Madison Miles. She's such a good wrestler. Like, such a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Now, a brother of your own heart, Mr. Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Yowie wowie.
Defeating John Cena in probably the weirdest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Oh, I don't even know where to start with that.
Bro, take it away, man. Like, you go for it.
John Cena's in the ring. Bray's on the screen. John Cena's in the screen. Then they're backstage doing weights. Then they're rapping at each other, having a rap battle. Then he's in NWO. And then he got mandible clawed. And that's all I can really remember.
There was also a bit where John Cena came...
It's such good shit.
Good shit. Yeah, John Cena came out in his original Ruthless Aggression debut year. And he came in Thugonomics. There was a Vince McMahon like puppet guy that was pretending to be Vince.
Yeah.
And then there was the Macho Man guy. Here's the thing. You cannot call this a match. This is ridiculous.
I don't know what so I liked the Undertaker one, and I don't know, that was like watchable, whereas this one was just kind of like, I don't know what's happening.
I think this would have been a great promo package.
Yeah.
But it was treated as a match.
Like, they should have just had him destroy him in a normal match.
So what's wrong with a normal match?
Yeah, like when Lesnar kicked the fuck out of Cena at that SummerSlam.
Oh,
just, like,
that was great.
And F5'd him. They should have just done something
Oh,
like that.
yo, I remembered. I was in the big Norwich pub, where the pub that I think that has all the wrestling screens on, and it had quite a few members of Paige's family watching as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually at that SummerSlam watching it there with. Once again, I think I was definitely with Dan, I was with Butters, I'm pretty sure I was with Butters, and or Clark and Rob. I think I shared one of my chicken wings with one of the members of the Knight family. I can't remember, it was a mad night, but I think everyone cheered, yeah! Yeah, that was by far probably Lesnar's one of the best matches in recent years. Actually, I think Lesnar's match against either Daniel Bryan or AJ, that was good. I can't rate Bray Wyatt Cena, man. I'm sorry, but they need to. I
don't get how, when you're kind of doing all this puppet stuff, like, I know it's supposed to be a split personality thing, but it kind of takes away from the scary theme stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
It's so heavy with the puppet stuff, and it's just too, I don't know.
I know they're trying to go with some sort of Sesame Street vibe, but
yeah,
I just don't dig it, man. Now, for the main event, Drew McIntyre, which is probably my worst. Was that a decent Scottish impression, or was that bad?
No, it was alright.
Thanks, man. Defeating Brock Lesnar in 4 minutes. It's double the length. Of the Goldberg Braun. 4 minutes 35. What did you think of the match? Finisher.
I don't like the whole finisher thing, because then someone's got to lose to that one finish the night after, and it's like, well, I don't know.
So I think it was bad. Like, I'm going to rate this 1.5 stars, and the half is.
Why can't you just do a match for those around trying to hit the one finish and then hit the one finish?
Exactly. It makes the finishes just so cheap. Oh, we haven't touched on this much earlier on. When Strowman, like, the way they inserted Strowman into the match instead of Reigns, they completely ignored Reigns' existence.
Yeah.
So bad. And what did you think it was kind of shitty of WWE to really try and get Reigns, like, wrestle up until the last hour, knowing that he had cancer twice?
I didn't even know they did.
Like, basically, what happened was, it's like, Reigns himself pulled himself out because he's like, nah, screw this, man. I've had leukemia.
Yeah, that's dodgy for him.
That's bad in my opinion, like, legit, proper bad. Yeah, proper bad. Like, yeah. I mean, I just really hope that Lesnar and Goldberg, like, come on, guys. You guys had your time. Goldberg has definitely had his time. No more. And, and we'll touch upon this very quickly. The quote-unquote dark match was McIntyre versus Big Show, which was only there to promote Big Show's new Netflix thing.
And then, yeah.
That's it. So, closing thoughts on WrestleMania, man. What did you think of it with the whole empty arena? Did you think they should have had it in the first place, or did you think it was a complete waste of time?
I get that was for the kids and stuff, but then, I don't know, they could have done more with it, but then there's not really, I don't know, it's weird anyway, without the crowd. You kind of need the crowd.
Exactly, man, exactly. Like, even if it's just so bad, like, I think it was alright, with all things considered. I think there were quite a few matches on WrestleMania where it should not be on WrestleMania. Like, it's very bad. So yeah, I remembered, so I'm going to give this a C overall. What do you think? So C as in average. What do you think? And we are back, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties. There's all that mad team technology. But yeah, I was going to say, are you there?
5G.
Sorry?
All that 5G.
We will talk about that in a future podcast. we don't have time to talk about that. So here's some statistics, right? I found this really amazing. So, McIntyre versus Lesnar. Strikes. 8 strikes to McIntyre, 0. Grapples, 3 from Lesnar to 0. Dives, 0. Submission, 0. Reversals, 2-1 on McIntyre. Pin attempts, 2-2. Finishers, 4 each. Now, let's compare this to Kazuchika Okada versus Tetsuya Naito at Wrestle Kingdom this year. 42 strikes to 55 for Naito, 7-5 on strike down for Okada, 12-10 on grapples for Okada, 3-0 on dives, 29-45 in seconds of like full seconds and submissions combined altogether, yeah? Pin attempts 3-6, 25-24 reversals, finishers 4-4. But there's a difference though. That match was long. That match was a real match. And yeah, like, and let's compare this to Braun Strowman versus Goldberg. 2 minutes.
Kind of the same thing, really.
2 minutes, yeah? 1 strike to 0 for Goldberg. 0-0-0.
Lesnar being lazy. Do you think he just kind of can't be asked to ever drop the belt?
That's 100%. And finishers 4-4. 8 finishers in 2 minutes. This is trash. Absolute trash. Right. Okay, man. So, we haven't got too much time left, but you know what? 5 to 6 minutes? Or, like, go for it, man. You want to talk about mental health, man? I'm going to leave the floor with you, bro.
Oh, I don't even know where to start.
Go on, man. Go for it.
I'd just like to say to everyone who's listening, make sure you're looking out for your fellow mentally ill people. And, yeah, like, I've seen a lot of people all posting stuff on Facebook, like, oh, we're here for people and all this, and then they're kind of like just not there for people and they're just being dicks. And that's like, just be kinder. Kindness doesn't cost anything, and just being there for people means a lot more for people than you'd think it actually do. Like, small things can affect people's days, like, but like, that means the big things to them. I don't know where I'm going with it.
Carry on, man, carry on.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm pretty much done now.
Alright, man, well, I was just going to say, like, I mean, cause obviously, here's the thing, who was it that passed away via, what was the female? I forgot her name. It wasn't Katie Hopkins, was it? I can't remember. A few months ago. The whole Be Kind.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean,
the whole Be Kind hashtag. Let's just double check. Be Kind.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, I just hate it. I hate how everyone do it now, like, just to look good on social media.
Caroline Flack. Sorry. Yeah, Katie Hopkins. Yeah, Caroline Flack, yeah. But yeah, man, it's like...
That's what I mean, like, everyone do all this shit, and then someone will fucking snap over it, and then that'll be too late, and they'll all be like, oh, we was there, they were showing the messages, I wish we listened, and it's always the same shit, like, no one listened, no one actually...
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%, and I think that's a very important message for everybody. I mean, you gotta always be respectful, be loving to everyone, even if you don't like the person, try and keep it to yourself, like, don't... Being kind
can get you, like, a long way.
Exactly, like, I couldn't agree more, man, like, 100%, like, I think that, unfortunately, people just don't get that memo, and I feel that people, in the end, they need to really have a look at themselves and just understand that the world doesn't revolve around you, especially at these times, man. We're in the biggest crisis we have ever had. No matter what your opinion of it is, the biggest crisis we have ever had in history. Like, it is incredible, man, and I think that we need to all, like, take a good look at ourselves, you know what I mean? Like, legit. Yeah. Right, man. Do you have any final words to say? Because we're going to wrap up this podcast, man. Any socials you want to plug? Anything you want to plug whatsoever? Talk about anything quickly. Go for it, man.
Well, plenty of fish have been booming since last time.
Legit?
But, nah.
We still have it on the description, man. I've got it all saved. Just for you.
I can't remember what I'm going to say now, shit. Should we end it like Jim Cornette do? Should we do a Jim Cornette?
Oh, well, what does Jim Cornette do?
Thank you, fuck you, goodbye.
Alright, guys, so yeah, tune in next week at 7 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. PST time, because my name is DrayZera, and this is...
Jack E Hyde, and I'm slicker than cum on a gold tooth.
My name is DrayZera, and we shall zera later. Bye-bye, see ya, bye.